Hello everyone! Today we're back to talk more about solo female travel tips. Today we're going to be covering big cities and also some tips for international destinations. And hopefully the bugs don't bite me as much, and I already got pooed on by a bird today on my walk, and I still haven't shaved my legs, so they're just hairier. And same with my armpits. We're just going extra feral these days, so let's get into it. One of the biggest things that I think is a major factor in becoming a target when traveling is wearing outfits or jewelry or very expensive, crazy clothing. I truly believe in blending in and just wearing regular clothes. I avoid labels as much as possible. When traveling, if you look like a tourist, you're gonna also be a target. Don't be afraid to just look dorky. Wear a t-shirt, wear some pants, wear some comfy shoes, wear a hat for sun. There you go. That's all you need. Just watch what you wear, blend in, and be a nerd. Footwear. Wear comfy shoes. If you're going to be in a big city, even if you're in like a nicer dress outfit because you're going out for the evening, find a pair of shoes that are comfortable, because you don't want to be uncomfortable, but also if you need to run from somebody or if you need to kick somebody, you want to be able to run freely without problems. If you go to a big city, if you see the people who normally commute for their job, even if they're wearing business clothing, a lot of times they are wearing comfy shoes. And that is something that I think everybody should adopt. Business up top, self-defense on the bottom. Keep your belongings attached to you and keep a hand on them at all times. If I'm walking through crowded city streets or on public transit, I typically put my fanny pack in the front or my backpack in the front, and I'll put my arms up like this on my backpack and just walk around like this. Then I have all the zippers in front of me so that nobody behind me can undo my zippers without me seeing. Subway. Zip, zip, zip. Pole would be here so that I can hang on and go like this as the subway car moves. And if I'm walking in town, fanny pack on the front. I can put my hand right there and just walk down the city street. There are all kinds of hidden pocket money things. There's ones that go over your neck that can go under your shirt. I'll wear a fanny pack underneath a hoodie. I've seen compartments in shoes. I've seen compartments in belts where they can hide stashes on your person. I personally think the safest thing to carry is credit cards. Credit cards are very good about fraud. Cash, of course, it can make you a target if people see you opening your wallet and you have a lot of cash. And what might be a little bit of cash to you might be a lot of cash to other people, especially in foreign countries. It is smart to divide up daily money you're going to use and a separate credit card and have that stashed a different place on you. It can be a good idea to have a copy of your license or your passport on your person, or at least in your documentation. So if something goes wrong, you at least have a copy of what it looks like. No matter where you're going, a big city, another state, another country, only pack what you need. Try to make it all fit within one carry-on and a personal item, and then you again will be less of a target. Someone that has tons and tons of luggage with them, that's all the more stuff to become a target of. You will have less things to deal with, you have less things on your person, and every day only pack what you're going to need for that day. When traveling alone, it is always very important to have a point of contact, and that person should know your whole itinerary for the day, things that you might do, things that you might cancel, and have an outline for what's going on. I also like to share my location and have like a check-in time. If something goes wrong, they can check in on me and know to worry. If you are taking taxis or Ubers or public transit, you can take pictures of drivers, of license plates, and say things like, I'm getting in this car, it should take about an hour and a half. That way there is documentation of where you went and who would know where you should be. Watch your drinks. I think the best bet when traveling is to buy a bottle that is sealed, whether it be soda or water, and crack it yourself and keep it in your hand at all times until you are finished with your beverage. In foreign countries, it is also a lot of times recommended to drink bottled water because not everybody's system can handle local water. If in doubt, throw it out. It's never worth the cost of a drink to be in question. Personally, I'm really good at chugging a whole bottle of water, especially on hot days, especially when I'm walking around a city, because usually I get thirsty and I'm ready to drink a whole bottle. One thing that can really help you feel less alone is if you book tours or classes or activities. And it could be as simple as a city walking tour for an hour. A lot of the national parks have ranger talks and special ranger activities or tours, but it's a good way to be around a crowd of people and learn more and have a much more immersive experience with someone who's a local professional. Catcalls from men is a reality for a lot of women, and they can be very obnoxious. A lot of times, one of the best ways to handle it is just to ignore it and keep on walking. And again, don't forget from my first video to be afraid to just make direct eye contact, look unimpressed, and continue walking. They don't faze you. It's the ugliest human you've ever seen. Whatever. Dumb. But always be cautious of your surroundings. Head on a swivel. Be observant, again, and look around, and make sure you're not being followed. And if you are being followed, if you're in a place that's like a city, go into that next store. You really wanted to see their cookies. You can ask them for help, and you can see right out there if that person stopped, if they're waiting for you to come out. Trust your gut, trust your instincts, and if in doubt, don't be afraid to raise the alarm with people around you, asking for help or calling authorities to say, I feel like I'm being stalked or followed. Try not to be out alone at dark. This can sometimes be unavoidable depending on if you're driving a long distance or if you have activities at night. Try to find a crowd of people to walk with that are already out there. If one side of the street there's only one person walking and this side of the street looks like people are coming and going more frequently, or if the businesses are more open and lit up on this side of the street, go to that side of the street. Try to be out walking when people are out and during the day is typically safer. Another way to see if somebody's following you, you can just stop, do a full 360 turn and take in all the city views, and you can do a video with your camera so you can catch that person behind you who's following you right on. And you can actually just pause and film him for a few seconds, see if he feels weird. Or just do an abrupt 180 turn. Whoop! Go right back at him. Confuse him. When traveling solo, choose your accommodations wisely and definitely read reviews, talk to people who have stayed there when checking into accommodations, or also when using public restrooms. Be alert for weird things. I've seen things where the doors don't lock properly. I've been in an Airbnb where I ran from the shower to the bedroom to go get a towel and I was naked and realized there's a camera right there. Are there cameras? Do the locks look secure? Is the security latch ripped off? Does the back sliding door lock or not? Does the peephole seem off? All of those kinds of things are really good to be observant about. As best as you can, take ways to protect yourself. If something feels off, go to the lobby and request a new room. Book a new room or go use a restroom at a different place. If I go to a restaurant alone in public, I like to sit at the side of a wall and then I like to face the front door. That way I can see people coming and going by my table, the majority of the people in the restaurant. Be very good about getting your maps and knowing your destinations as much as possible before you head out. You do not want to be distracted. You want to be observant. You don't want to be looking down at a phone, wondering where you are. If you do need to find out where you are and need to be distracted for a few minutes, same thing goes like the restaurant. I try to find a wall on a building and I put my back all the way to it so that I have a 180 view and I know nobody's coming from behind, and I try to just look and keep my eyes up and just get it done as quick as possible so that I am no longer distracted. Another thing that can be helpful is knowing where police stations are. And if you're driving around, just clocking in your head, oh, I just passed a police station there. In case of any situations, you can head straight back there. Or if you are traveling internationally, make sure that you know where the embassies and the consulates are for your country. Defensive weapons can help make you feel safer, but a lot of times weapons can be used against you. Things that can be deterrents are whistles, so whistle really, really loud, and flashlights, shining it right in their eyes and saying, "Who are you? What are you doing?" Those can be good deterrents. Learn basic phrases in the local language. Some of the most simple ones that you really want to know are going to be hello, goodbye, water, food, bathroom, please, thank you, airport, taxi, and train. Read the signs. A lot of times if you're traveling internationally, lucky for us, they will have translations in English on signs. Not always. So ask others or try to translate it on your phone so that you know about warnings. But if you're traveling domestically, read the signs. In national parks, there's always signs about danger. So don't avoid them, don't skip them. Make sure you're reading the signs. Those are going to help you stay safe and not get lost. Understand local customs for where you're traveling. In other countries, gestures that we do in the United States are not acceptable. Here in the United States, a lot of people take selfies like this. Peace. But in Australia, when you do this peace, that is equivalent of the middle finger. So in Australia, you need to be piecing this way, where in the United States, it doesn't matter. This is peace, peace, man. So you want to be aware of those kinds of customs as best as you can. A lot of people can feel loneliness on their solo travels. Plan for this moment to happen. Have a really good book. Take a journal to write in. And have a friend that you can call and just talk through those feelings that you're having. And again, just remember that this solo travel might not be a forever thing for you. So try to find the beauty in it and be grateful for this experience to spend time with yourself and getting to know yourself. And try to just open up to making friends, safe friends, and share experiences with people, the locals, and know the culture. Because whether you travel in the United States or internationally, the culture in every area is different. And some places, big cities like New York City, Chicago, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Miami, you're going to have a blending of so many incredible cultures and so many opportunities for unique foods and just wonderful experiences. So don't be afraid to just immerse yourself and really, really enjoy these moments that you get alone. Because most likely, if you're really immersing yourself, you're probably not going to be very alone most of the time. But just remember to be safe and take care of yourself. Listen to your gut. As always, thank you guys for watching. If you want to know more tips like this or hear more about the United States, please subscribe, share, comment, and like my videos. And I will keep bringing you really cool places and important tips from real experiences. Safe travels, everyone!